What is up, Jabronis? JJ back here with Holden, talking a little college hoops, the last of the Elite Eight. Holden, you have a stupid smile on your face right now, so maybe you have something good to tell us. Maybe you don't.
No. Just
how's your morning? How's your morning?
Before we came on, I saw something was trending called Seductive Sunday. So, yeah, we'll do a little of that.
And as you say that, you rubbed your nipples. That was a little weird. Just saying.
That was my pectorials. I would not touch my nipples on this show.
All I heard was Seductive Sundays, and then you did this.
Yeah, I did. Why are you doing that? Are you down with Seductive Sunday also?
Well, don't spin this around. I was mimicking what you were doing. I love how I start rubbing my nipples. You're like, whoa, why are you rubbing your nipples? Because I was copying what you were doing.
Well, again, mine was the pectorials. Yours
that was the very.
Kurt wants to come on. If he does want to come on, can we wait a little while for that? I don't know if I could handle that much of him today.
I'll tell you, Holden, he's going to get the link now when he chooses.
Oh, no, come on. I woke up early for this show today. Now you're going to do this to me?
Kurt.
Nate is fine. Dunkel, try a new thing.
Yeah. See, Nate doesn't realize how much the struggle is, like how hard it is, like with so much adversity going against me. It's a lot, Nate. I'm going to do my best today. For you and for everybody, and even myself at this point.
Yeah.
But I can't guarantee anything. It is what it is.
Well, Kurt's like, you're getting a link, ding dong. Come on whenever you want to. You'll never hear me say anything nice about you, Kurt. You'll never hear me say anything nice about you. But nice call on Golden last night.
It's been a good start. It's been a good start to your show, Holden. You started the show by caressing your nipples. And now we're talking shit about Kurt, who's a super nice guy. Been a good start. I'm hoping maybe we get more of this for the rest of the show.
False information is all I got to say. False information. Plus, I don't know why you wanted to go this early. We've got over 2 hours till the game starts.
Well, I just try to stay on brand, right? We do this every week in this slot. I figure.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Hello. Do you?
Heyo.
Just want to tell you. My Blue Jays won last week. My Blue Jays are going to win again today, and I have no idea what's going to happen with Texas because the Dessau thing, but Creighton continues to impress. Screw Kansas State for losing yesterday. That hurt me. He's adding a lot already, JJ.
You don't got to worry. Kurt will do his thing. Holden, from what I understand, you've had worse mornings. Right? What was
You're saying that I had worse mornings. You said when we were out in Kentucky, I looked like a bag of shit, I think was the quote from you. Yeah, you said a bag of shit.
Yeah, that's because you did look like a bag of shit.
Well,
I was actually embarrassed to be sitting next to you that morning.
Well, you stole my computer and I couldn't get it back. And I was angry.
Whoa. There's another lie because I knocked on your door at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Looking for, maybe a little more than just the returning of the laptop.
Well, and that's why I didn't open the door.
And you were sleeping. So, part of that's on you and part of that's on me.
Actually, JJ, I did look through the little peephole there. You had tassels on your nipples. And I just went back to bed and said, I'm not going to deal with this right now. So that's exactly what happened in Kentucky, my friend.
That was a tough L for me. I haven't been turned down in a while. So it was a tough L. Kurt, how about you? What's going on?
Hi, Kurt.
Well, I come on here. I talk about taking all the Golden's overs, 14, 10 boards, actually more than that.
Who cares about player props? I can't bet them.
Oh, you can't?
No, you can grow mushrooms in Colorado, but you can't bet college player props.
So that's one thing I won't miss about Virginia. I couldn't do them there as well.
I know that too.
Now hold on. I did find a loophole in Virginia. I know it's kind of a hassle to go through it, but you can bet in Virginia. You could bet them on underdog, and they were even a little bit softer if you want to mess with that.
So, Holden, what's your thoughts on that state by state thing where you can do certain things that are legal, and then in your state, for example, you can microdose mushrooms, or maybe microdose psychedelics at that point, but not make a bet on a player prop.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not talking microdosing. Like you can grow pounds of mushrooms and just trip balls every day. And you can't bet college player props. So they're very consistent on things here in Colorado. One of the first states to legalize marijuana. Basically, if you're caught with a pound of heroin on you, I think you could get off there, but no college prop betting. Don't do it because that's very dangerous. So no, it's a little bit frustrating. It's a lot frustrating.
What about the states that let you play college DFS but not bet college props, or vice versa? There's
like here again, right here,
and vice versa. That doesn't make sense to me.
Could we even play college DFS in Virginia? I don't remember being able to.
I can.
You could?
I could. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. But I don't understand it. And, New Jersey's the same thing with JJ. It's like you can't bet on New Jersey teams in New Jersey. Like, what the fuck does that matter? Seriously, JJ.
And if the rule was supposed to be that you're not supposed to bet teams that are playing within your state.
Right.
But, like, if Princeton goes to play in, Wisconsin, I still can't bet them. I don't even. So what? Like, they believe that there's some type of influence that influences the school outside of the state. Like, it just doesn't even make rational sense. But what do I know? What do I know? I can't even make a winning bet. So what do I know?
And you're not doing good here in the tournament, buddy?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, then why are you saying? Why is Natisfy
slightly above water? Well, because kind of my shtick is being self-deprecating, so
right.
I'll let people run with it. It makes for good content.
True.
Yeah, Natisfy is just full of. I don't know what happened to Natisfy. Natisfy, go wake your wife up and get in that because you're a little cranky this morning too, buddy. You're a little cranky, pal.
I like the cranky Nate. I prefer cranky Nate.
You like cranky Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Very
good. Kurt, how about you get a bigger water bottle for next show?
It just keeps getting bigger. You notice that I had the one, the black one, and then this one's bigger.
Yeah, means you got a small cock. 100%.
I'm overcompensating.
Dudes with big trucks and big water bottles.
I'm trying to get Holden's good skin, so I'm always make sure I'm hydrated so I can have that skin moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the key to having great skin is to not drink water, Kurt. Try going on a dehydration diet for a couple of years. It's good for you.
Wait, what? That can't be true.
Skin will flake off. It'll be great. You should try it.
God. Oh, dear Lord.
All right.
Hold on. Can you put Natisfied's up here? Already tapped it. Congratulations on sex with your wife, dumbass.
Way to
go. Very proud of you, Natisfied. Way to go.
Not that one. Sorry.
Yeah. No. He's like, I already tapped it. LOL. Yeah. Way to go to have sex with your wife. That must have been really difficult.
Holden, some would say that you're a little a little nasty this morning.
Quite cantankerous this morning is what I would say. Quite cantankerous. I'm seriously, I lost 2 units on Kansas State yesterday, so I'm pretty upset. And then I bet Gonzaga plus like 12.5 in game, and I lost 2.5 units yesterday after just cleaning up. Stevie Boynton has helped me a lot. My own bets have done pretty well, but yesterday was bad. It was not a good day. I'm still angry. So yeah, I'm not angry. I'm not happy about it. I had a good day with my kids, and my daughter and I watched the end of the San Diego State. It was the Texas game. And then I was telling Boynton it was 148. So me and my daughter were watching a movie, and I said, sweetie, we got to turn the TV on. I said, I'll give you 10%, if they win, which was $20. So I'll give you 10%. Yeah, if this bet goes over 148, I'll give you 10%. And then it went over 148. And she's like, can we watch Pokemon now? And I had to watch Pokemon.
Kurt, who lives a tougher life than Holden? Who?
No, nobody.
Anybody?
Nobody. It's not a single there for the guy.
Not a single soul. I feel so sorry. Holden, would you like to get the show back on the rails or?
Well, I mean, you're the one that started the show. So again, had I started the show, we would have gotten right into basketball, as everybody knows.
I highly doubt. We've tried that angle before. It doesn't really happen that way.
We have tried that angle. JJ, let me ask you a question here, though.
Sure.
So are you watching all of these games? Do you have a chance to watch all the games? Or are you watching tennis? Are you plowing your wife? What is a typical Saturday during the NCAA tournament for you?
Definitely not the latter.
Which was the latter? Watching stuff or
plowing your wife?
Yes.
Definitely not that.
Okay.
The college games I've been able to watch, especially with these being more isolated. Today will be a little more difficult, right? Because there's tennis, there's NASCAR. But yeah, no, I've gotten to enjoy some of these games. I mean, UConn just looks like a complete powerhouse. But I think a lot of people have been, UConn was trendy coming to this tournament. It's not like that's a crazy take. Now, granted, they've had a decently easy path, but all you can do is win the games you're scheduled that are on your schedule. But no, yesterday's games were good. I mean, FAU showed a lot of heart. I mean, that is not a 9 seed. They had 3 losses all year. They've looked apart. I do think Memphis would have gone just as far. That was a pretty key game for a lot of people weeks back. But no, they've been incredible. And they were caught a little break with the Kansas State kid being in foul trouble the entire game. But ultimately you just got to play hard, and they were down 7 with 10 minutes left, and you blinked and they went on like a 15-2 run.
Listen, I've been by FAU a million times, had family living in Boca, great times driving past it. I always thought it was like a NAIA school, but there's no question those guys are getting home and they're just running trains on 80-year-olds. So all the geriatric horny women out there in Boca are definitely getting their fill today.
Remember, Holden said that when he starts the show, we go right into college basketball. Remember that.
But it's true. I mean,
and now he's talking about 80-year-olds in the middle of gangbangs.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Kurt, are you interested in that?
In 80-year-olds or gangbangs?
Both. Or combined.
I got my parents watching this show. I gotta shut up.
No, your parents are watching this show?
I'm pretty sure, but no
80-year-old.
No 80-year-old.
Mrs. Kurt and Mr. Kurt, your son is a filthy animal. And that's all I could say.
No gangbangs, but I do have a different story. But
can you tell it, please? Who cares? Your parents are going to enjoy this.
I can't.
Kurt, what did you come on the show for?
How
old was she? 60?
No old women. No old women.
So you were in a gangbang.
I will say that no, not a gangbang. That's where it's like all dudes, right?
Well, and then there is a woman usually. But...
Yeah, no, none of that. Mm-hmm. None of that. But I will say, like, I when I was like 19, I hooked up with the town MILF. And now that I'm like 28, like she doesn't hit me back anymore. Now that I'm in town, I'm like, what the hell?
Was it your mom's friend?
No, it was one of the friends.
That would have been cool.
It was someone from high school. Okay. But she doesn't hit me back anymore. It's because I'm older.
Was she your teacher?
Nah, I wish. Probably would have smashed more.
All right, so 2 games on the docket today. We've got Creighton taking on San Diego State and Miami and Texas. Creighton, I think they opened 1.5. Yeah, we got in at 1.5 now. It's a 2.5 point favorite here for Creighton. Minus 148 money line, San Diego State plus 123. And the total is sitting here at not a very hearty 134.5. And that's because San Diego State has actually turned the defense on here in the tournament. And I watched a bit of them being out in the Mountain West Conference region. And it was kind of a down year for San Diego State defensively. They were still really good, but they weren't elite of the elite. So we've got the Blue Jays on one side who have questionable defense, but can score with anybody. Shireman, Kalkbrenner, we know these dudes. The Aztecs, on the other hand, stifling defense, knocked off number 1 Bama. They were terrific. They've scored 70 points in back-to-back games, which is absolutely shocking. So let's see what happens here, JJ. I'll start with you. Again, Creighton 2.5 point favorites in this game. Do you have a lean or a total bet? What do you got in this game, JJ?
Yeah, so back to the money pit that is these overs in San Diego State games. I want to be clear, I've only done this twice now. It's not like I've been doing this all season, but the pace of these games is absolutely frantic in every one of these San Diego State games. And yeah, they don't go over because both teams end up shooting 31% every game that these two that I've with these games. Now, granted, I know that San Diego State plays good defense. That's obvious, right? But a lot of teams play really good defense, and sometimes you just get fortunate that players miss open shot throughout a game, and it's been happening frequently with San Diego State with their opponents. I'll just continue to go back to this. I'll bet the over again. The paces of these games, at some point, these teams are going to shoot at least 35, 36, 37% and cash and over. Even was it 2 days ago? The over lost by the full game over lost by 2 points, but against Alabama, and both teams combined to shoot 31% from the field. The pace of these games has been very frantic of every one of these San Diego State games, and Creighton's a little bit of a different matchup for them than what they've seen. Creighton should give them a bit of fits, a lead offense for sure. But again, I'm just going back to the over well here. Granted, if you've been somebody who consistently been betting unders, I get it. But look, I've always been contrarian. We're finding holes where I can. Pace here should be great. Just banking on us getting a little better than the woeful shooting we've been getting with these games. So yeah, first half over. The number I got on that was 62.5 minus 104, and then full game over minus over 134.5. I split those half unit each. And then I have a little same game power that I fired on as well. But that's where I'm at for the call it the best bet for me for the game.
Kurt, nice call on Golden and DFS last night. Big Russian, not popular, I would say, but we jumped on board. That was great. And then the other thing is, can you also throw a DFS or two play in here? So let's start with the side or the total 2.5 Creighton, 134.5. Any plays there, and then maybe throw a little DFS play out for mom and dad.
So it's tough. I actually don't have a lean on the team, but I think I'm going to go the over because San Diego State's like they'll play up tempo. Like JJ said, they'll just shoot extremely bad. So there's going to be a lot of paint players in this game. But I think with the tempo, we can kind of get there with the over. So I will take the over. I'm not overly loving either side though. But if I had to bet spread or the over, give me the over in the game. But as always, I got a lot of player props. We hit Golden alternates yesterday. I think today, I don't think they're accounting for the boom rate on these player props. So like, just do like a 2 or 3 leg at a guy you think has a good game, and the odds you're getting are just awesome. And it's been really profitable. And I'm going to do that again here today.
You're adding a lot to this show, Kurt. I will say this: the best mascot left is the man that dresses like a real Aztec for the Aztecs. So looking forward to that guy coming out in his full Aztec gear. That'll be wonderful today. And then anything for DFS, Kurt, you got to help us with DFS. Come on.
This one's so it's basically going to be San Diego State roulette. Like they play all these guys like 25 minutes. I will say Trammell look extremely impressive, but as chalk, I'm just not sure I love it. I think I am going to go back to Matt Bradley. It's fat. Not my favorite play. I'm still trying to decide my favorite play here for them. And I think it –
Did you just like slide that in that he's fat? Is that what?
Oh yeah, fat Matt. Yeah,
fat Matt. I mean, maybe it's just me. Like I think he's just like beefy. Like I don't.
Yeah, no, he's built. Yeah, he's just built. It's just like it's like one of those genetic things. Like
it's just I liked him in Cal. It was Cal, right? Where he used to play.
Yeah. You're right. I think as a contrarian play for DFS, I like Kashad Johnson. Anyone that's willing to shoot 11 times, I'm really interested in. So Kashad Johnson for a little bit of contrarian DFS play. As far as San Diego State goes. And then for Creighton, up top, it's probably Baylor or Calc. Give me Calc. Mm-hmm. And then as far as ancillary pieces, I'm going to go Alexander over Nembhard all day. And then I'm also still going to play Farabello because this team has no bench.
Love Farabello.
Holden, I have a question for you. What exactly have you brought to the show thus far?
Humor.
Good looks.
I read the
Great
lines.
skin.
I read the lines very well, I feel like. I gave some great notes. Do you want to know about line movement in this game? I don't know if you give a shit about that. But
so wait, can we talk about yesterday about how all the money was coming in on K-State and that FAU line didn't move a single bit? As soon as I heard that, I looked at my dad. I was like, all right, I'll take FAU.
It happens though, Kurt. I mean, definitely UConn was a little similar too, right? It happens. I think that, sometimes we convince ourselves that stuff matters.
Well, I think it was the Sharps were just putting all the money on FAU is what it feels like to me, right?
What are Sharps?
I'll be honest.
I wish I knew. I don't know.
It wasn't even just that, Kurt. The Sharps or syndicates that you're even referencing there, like they've been fading Kansas State all tournament. Like if you look at Kansas State's lines for every tournament matchup, they've been going the other way with every game. So if anything, maybe there was so much Kansas State money that they weren't able to push it the other way this time. They just kept the number where it was. But K-State's there's a lot of people that felt they were an overrated 3 seed anyway. And yesterday is no different, but yeah, FAU, what a game from them.
I think the dumbest thing that hosts do at any level, whether it be elementary level or the highest level, is read out the people that are in the chat. But what up, Mike Carr? Hello, Kurt Jones, who wants a link. Hello, Natisfy, who has 100% great take there. Backwater, Jason Graham, Tyler, the Demonat, whatever the hell that is. Michael Zimmerman. Just hang with me here, guys. We've got a little more.
I'll be able to explain in a bit what I brought to the show.
John Nancy, Trey Shannander.
I haven't brought anything to the show yet, Nate, so I can't answer that question, but give me a few more minutes. I'll answer that.
Ghetto Farmer Boy.
What are you doing, Holden?
Tanner Botter. Robert, new name. Bart Lock. Hey, Brucey. What up, Bruce? Josh. The other thing I want to say is the gorgeous woman from Farmer.
She won't follow me back, bro. I'm begging you.
Can I tell the story and set it up, and then you could complain?
Yeah. Hand up. That's not bad.
Hit mute. Yep, so, anyways, there's this beautiful woman on this show. Apparently, it's called Farmer Needs. You got to hit just one, okay? Can you just put one person in there?
You're good.
Okay. So, Farmer Wants a Wife. And I hear it gets 2.2 stars on Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't watched it, but this girl, I don't even know what her name is. It starts with a K. She's gorgeous, and she's an RPS groupie. So she's followed many of us now. Body, just 10 out of 10. Body, face, 8. We'll give her a 9, Kurt. Maybe you'll give her an 8 just because your standards are so high, and I'm used to just banging out divorcees. But with all that being said, she's gorgeous. And she has followed all of us at RPS except for one person, JJ. Can you guess that one person? Kurt. It's Kurt. I wonder why.
I don't want you to feel bad, Kurt. There's no way she followed me.
No, well, yeah. She probably knows you're married. Okay. You look like you just gave up. All right, Kurt, you take yourself off the mute, please. Talk to me. What happened?
You didn't follow her, JJ. I actually followed her. I didn't get the follow back. And it's hurtful. Like, I'll be driving through there on my way because I'm moving next week. So I wanted to stop by and, give Kaylee a little bum. 1, 2.
Nope.
Guess I'm not going to give her back shots because she won't even freaking give me a follow back. So, yeah, it's a tough scene for me.
It is.
You got to put yourself out there sometimes. You're going to take L's. It happens.
Kurt, why don't you come back? You just take so much crap and you don't give it back.
Nice guy.
It's getting boring now, just having fun with you. So
sometimes you have so much self-confidence, you don't even have to give it back. You're
kill him with kindness, right?
Rub it right off, Kurt. That's it.
Yeah. It's like,
Can you put Bruce Hines' latest? I think that's Bruce from the.
It is.
It's our guy, Bruce, right? Yeah. See? Headed to the pool.
Oh, my God. Bruce, I'm going to show your wife.
Yeah. Bruce definitely has a better shot than you. He has money. He's just as handsome.
His wife's hot too, though. With all due respect, Bruce.
Is she really?
Yeah, his wife's hot.
Tell me what she looks like, Kurt. Give me a little breakdown.
She's a brunette, which is also my flavor, and she works out like regularly.
Really?
I'm not gonna keep talking about the man's wife.
You think she does deep squats?
I think she does it all, but I'll let Bruce take the stage from here because
all right.
Disrespectful. But I mean,
Bruce, someone that was respectful, I would argue, would not have even mentioned that he has a good-looking wife, but that's where you wanted to go. Good morning to Kurt's parents. Again, no reason you should be watching the show whatsoever.
I'm old enough to remember when Holden said we were just going to talk college basketball after he took over the show.
Listen, we can't do a show for 20 minutes. If we talk basketball, we do a show for 20 minutes and be over. JJ, I didn't wake up early to do a 20-minute show, my friend.
Fair.
We got another hour left. All right.
Wake up early. Early for Holden is like 9:30 a.m.
Woke up at 6:15.
He's been prepared. Kurt, just think about this for a second. Holden's been preparing for this show for like 4.5 hours.
That's true. I went to Whole Foods, got some fresh produce today. It's a good time.
Whole Foods. You can often find attractive older women at Whole Foods.
Correct.
We came for Kylie.
Correct. And I would say a couple of the ladies that check you out there are not bad too in the checkout line. So the next game is Miami and Texas.
Can I give out some player props for this? For the last game?
So the next game we got is Miami and Texas. We'd love a like button. Would be terrific if you hit the thumbs up since you're enjoying the show so much. And since you're still here and you've managed to stick through the show, we'd love your player props, Kurt. But first we can go to JJ. Okay, buddy?
Perfect.
So Miami, 4-point dogs. We've got a total here. Woo! 148. You love to see these big totals. Longhorns, baby. Look at that backcourt. Look what Sir Jabari Rice has been doing. Look at what Mike Carr is doing. Here's the problem. Dylan Dessou might not play, and if he does, he might not be 100%, right? He's doubtful today. Miami, another team with some terrific guards that we've seen play so far in the tournament. We got Jim Larinaga, one of the more underrated coaches, took George Mason to the Final Four, lost to Kansas in a great game last year, of course. And Rodney Terry, I don't know why. Texas might as well just give him the damn job right now. The guy's been amazing. I know he had it with Beard's recruits, but to get this far. And I still think they're the only team, JJ, that can knock off UConn, the only team that's left that can knock off UConn. And they'd have to have a healthy Dessou at that point. But what do you got for Miami and Texas today?
Yes, this number's dropped a little today. I did bet this game under first half full game, under 70.5 first half, under 149.5 full game. But I do know that now it's dropped a bit. I think it's like 148 at some spots, 147.5 at some spots. I don't love that, especially since these numbers are kind of sharp to begin with. But with that said, I think you could still get the first half number. You should be able to still get first half only a number shorter, maybe 69.5 or 70 flat. So I do like that. The whole purpose of the under here is both these defenses have been phenomenal this tournament. I think everybody's been talking about Miami and how good Wong's been and how good these guards have been for Miami. But let's be honest, defensively, this team has looked every ounce of the part, and they were not an excellent defensive team throughout the season by any means. But in this tournament, you hold Houston to 75 when you're up big late. In Indiana, you hold them to 69. Another great offense. Drake has been an efficient offense all year. 56. And Texas has been much of the same now. Now Dessou being out would impact things, but I did make a same game parlay around that separately, which I'll go into in a moment. But Texas is another team. Been tough to score on. Xavier was practically in quicksand. They went through like a rush of points late in the game when it didn't matter. But Xavier basically scored like 65 points in reality. Penn State, great explosive 3-point shooting team, 66. Colgate, another efficient offense, 61. Just teams that have just been – Texas has just been ruthless defensively, and they've been a great defensive team all year, so it's not like it's a surprise, but they're super long. They force a ton of tough shots. The ball tends to stick against their opponents. So, yeah, I really like this under. I get it. Pace is going to be frantic, but, it's just going to be a lot of tough shots and a lot to overcome, in my opinion. It's a big number, so that's why I bet that under.
Kurt, we'd love to hear your player props on this game.
First off, it's going to be Norchad Omier over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists. The guy's been a monster. Without Dessou, even better. He's undersized, but he makes up for it just being a complete bully down there. Love him. And then Serge Rice, similar to Golden yesterday, taking all the alternate overs. Points, rebounds, assists over 20.5 is plus 100 on DK. Points, I'm already betting the over. Don't even care what the number is, but I want the alternate over too. The points, we got 14.5. He got 14 last game, and that was with him checking in and immediately catching 2 fouls. So I think he goes over here. I think he actually had a chance to get 20 real points. Just like yesterday, we did that with Jordan Hawkins. His points, rebounds, assists was 20.5. I said I'm betting that, and I also think he'll get 20 real points. He did. Easy money. So love Serge Rice here. Alternate overs, Norchad Omier, and a sneaky little one. Wooga Poplar had that back injury, but played to 30 minutes last game, looked fine. His points, rebounds, assists is over 14.5. The other guards will be in torture chambers against Texas. Talking about Wong, talking about Pack. I think Poplar kind of be the forgotten man. He'll have to shoot a lot. He got 15 points, rebounds, assists last game, and that was with shooting 1 of 7. So Wooga Poplar over 14.
So you like Poplar, and you got to have some Serge Rice.
Oh yeah, and Norchad Omier.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add to the conversation, Kurt?
Can I do one more? Can I do Timmy Allen? I've kind of faded his props all year, but this is a great matchup. I'm going to go over 7.5 rebounds for Timmy Allen. Over 7.5 is plus 100 on DK. I like that. So we're getting 2 plus money odds on these as far as the point rebounds is for Serge and the rebound prop for Timmy Allen. Plus money.
And favorite DFS plays from here. Would it be? Do you have any Bishop today?
Yeah, I think. It feels gross, but I'm going to match the field in my 150 on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel if you're doing single entry and stuff, you're only fading just to get super contrarian. I wish they would have made him like 5.5, but the nature of the beast.
JJ, can you plug the site for us? And then we'll give our best bets.
Sure. Yeah. RunPureSports.com. We got baseball right around the corner. I look at the sheet here. There's a ton of stuff up there. Obviously, AP's firing an NBA as well. Big T's got his own ton of picks for this tournament, and he's had them for this tournament. So yeah, obviously great time to head over to us. Obviously you get the Discord as well, and you get all the NBA breakdowns that Spread and Tyler do with their playbooks, which are very informative for each NBA game. So yeah, just a lot going on as always. One thing I do want to add though, I didn't talk on the same game parlays that I fired on. I did fire on 2. They were profitable yesterday. For the Creighton game, Kalkbrenner, 16 points and rebounds. Bradley, 8+ points. San Diego State plus 11.5. It's minus 115 together. I think that's extremely realistic.
for the first two, and then San Diego State can just hang with this team. What cost me yesterday, as crazy as it sounds, is the Zags plus 11.5 was quite costly for me because I did tie it to a few of these same games, and everything hit except that. So that was pretty painful that they got absolutely routed. But in relation to today, going back to it, just San Diego State on this end. And then on the other end, Wong, whose usage has been crazy, and he hasn't even had to play like the last 6 to 7 minutes of these games, or even care to play the last 6 to 7 minutes of these games. This game figures to play a lot closer. His usage is just incredible for how many shots he's getting up. 12 points for him, along with Timmy Allen for 5 rebounds, and then Texas plus 5.5. Look, if Miami's been incredible this tournament, if they beat Texas by more than 6, I mean, they plenty deserve it. It would be tough to fathom that if Miami was to win, they win by double digits again. I mean, they beat some good teams by double digits. Texas is a totally different matchup. But we shall see. You can flip it on the other end if you like Miami side more. You can do those two paired with, I think, Miami plus like 7.5 or 8.5. So whichever one you like more, you can add. But either way, it's only minus 105. Same game probably.
All right. So my favorite bet will be San Diego Creighton under first half, under 134.5. I'll also go over first half in Texas Miami and over 149.5 for Texas Miami.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Those are actually opposite, JJ, and I'm not going to bet the opposites. I still love Creighton. And listen, we got to find out about Dessou, don't we? So I don't want to bet this Texas game until we find out not only about Dessou, but I'm probably going to end up betting this live because I don't want to lay 4 if the best player isn't playing in that game. I know they got by without him last game. Kurt, any thoughts on that? That Texas game, the spread and Dessou.
Here's the fucking thing. Like, this Texas team has been facing adversity all fucking year, and they keep shoving it to me. Like the coach thing, they come out like that doesn't affect them at all. Timmy Allen injury doesn't matter. Like the Dessou injury doesn't matter. It's just like this team is built to withstand adversity. It's insane. So I'm not betting against them. I'm not doing it. It's trappy. But I do have a same game parlay for the first game. It's a plus 525 odds if you want it.
Fire, Kurt.
Oh, baby. All right. Over 126.5 alternate points. 14 plus points, rebounds, assists for Darian Trammell. We've seen LJ Cryer go for 30 real against this team. We've seen, who was it last game? Landborg, my boy Landborg, went for 26 real against this team. So Trammell's been playing well. 14 plus points, rebounds, assists. Ryan Kalkbrenner, points, rebounds, assists, 20 plus. Matt Bradley, 2 plus assists. I've been liking these 2 plus assists. They've been good to me, knock on wood. And then Keyshawn Johnson, 5 plus points. It's going to be plus 525.
Gavin, what's your best bet today? Where's that skirt wearing Boynton kid? I mean, you would know better than us. You probably ate so many edibles and mixed it with alcohol. Don't drink alcohol. You'll be fine if you wake up in the morning without alcohol and you're responsible with your edibles. But come on, Gavin, what's your best bet, Gavin? Come on, man. Post it in the chat.
Serge Jabari, tell us.
So I don't know if you guys can read it, but it is a medium iced latte with milk. It was supposed to be with almond milk, but shit's gonna get real in a bit.
Yeah, because you're lactose intolerant, aren't you?
I'm not, but milk, for whatever reason, gives me a ton of problems.
Very impressed with this. Yeah, I did yawn it off, Natisfy. 2 things: A, humor, and second of all, I can't bet player props, so I don't give a shit. And then, hey, Don Yeezy, is Gavin just not going to give us the best bet? I mean, what's going on here, JJ? There we go. Miami plus 4.5 and over. Okay.
Yeah, it's with San Diego State game. That makes sense. It's just like
which Mikey is this? Is this like?
Thanks, Gavin.
Is this Mikey? Like Run Pure Mikey?
It looks like that idiot.
I should get my dad to come up here.
It looks like that idiot.
Get my dad to come up here and say hi to Mikey.
It does have a Mikey look to it, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah.
I guess it could be. All right, Holden, do you have anything else to add to the show with how much you've already added from onset? Have you even given out a pick?
Yeah, I said I love Creighton today. And I just, that was my big one. And I'm going to bet Texas, Miami live. And if I can get, if Miami jumps out to a nice.
Where's Nate's comment? Where's Nate's comment when we need it?
Well, I missed it. Oh, shit, I missed it.
Gave Holden a little taste of his own medicine.
You got me, JJ. You stinker. You got me. What are you doing for the next couple hours for the games, guys? Kurt, you got anything? JJ, excuse me, you wanted to talk first, so please.
Sure. Thank you, Holden. Appreciate
You're welcome.
that. The NASCAR show begins in 8 minutes.
Oh, wonderful.
And after the NASCAR show, I will be I don't know. We'll see where my day goes.
A little handy on the couch.
I have to build lineups. That's in the realm of possibilities. I have to build some lineups for NASCAR, which is the most fun sport to tilt. And we'll see where it goes from there. How about you, Kurt?
But yeah, I gotta start building lineups, and then might try to go back and hit another body part if I have time. Hit shoulders this morning. Pretty good. No, fuck me. Okay.
Hold on. Are you hitting another body part later today?
Am I?
Oh boy.
Some calves.
You're making it weird again.
I was talking about my calves, guys. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're making it weird again, Seth.
Well, you're the ones that took it a direction that it didn't count. I was literally going downstairs and doing some calves.
That's a myth. That's hurtful. Just because I'm West Virginia doesn't mean I'm making
Listen, there is nobody, and everybody knows everybody's background here at RPS. I don't think anybody, there's nobody here that thinks you do more, that does any more high energy drugs than you, Kurt. People just don't believe that this is natural.
Yeah, it's crazy because they actually I need medication to keep me from being energetic. So this is like my natural self. Okay. Do you guys want a fun fact?
Why not?
You can't flex your penis without puckering your butthole. You just try it. Can't do it. Flex your penis, you're puckering that butthole.
He's right.
How does one even find that out?
Pornhub. No, I'm just kidding. I saw it on a podcast.
You saw it on a podcast. Okay.
I saw a guy do it on a podcast.
Yeah. Well, it was the clip. The clip was put on Twitter from a podcast.
Love it. Holden, once again, great job hosting. Showing off the rails for what we do 36 minutes of probably 35 and a half minutes of nonsense, maybe 30 to 45 seconds of decent content. I grade your show today a 0 out of 10. So
I give you an F-.
I give you lower, but I don't even think the scale allows it to.
Well, I don't think there's worse than an F- either. So there you go.
Gavin, just wait. Next year I'll be in Vegas with you guys. You'll get to see live and in action. I am embarrassing.
Hey, can we get Boynton off a hinge already? Can you do this? The poor guy. He's complaining about all the big girls and stuff. A, they need it too. B, he just needs to stop bitching. Just go to Tinder and get it done.
Can one of you culture me? Why is Hinge like the new Tinder?
It's not.
So he's got the premium. So I think he's seeing more swipes. So he's seeing like more piggies. But like the Hinge algorithm, after a couple of days, the algorithm, if it realizes that you're only swiping on hot girls, which I'm assuming is what other people are swiping on, it'll only give you hot babes.
So the AI knows the size of the woman?
No, but they know who is commonly swiped right on, so they're assuming that she's also hot. Okay. So the Hinge algorithm, that's supposed to be the algorithm for honestly Tinder too, but Hinge algorithm. Yeah. And the guys even like the CEO actually came out and said that like that's the purpose, and so he has premium, so he's seeing a lot more. But I don't have.
Pardon me, but Steve probably doesn't have your game. So get him off a Hinge and put him on Tinder, or that site that Keg got me on, the Plenty of Fish, where you meet peg legs.
Oh, God, you would be on Plenty of
Fish. Body parts, missing eyes. I mean, that was an interesting go for a while.
Oh God!
I was like, thanks, Keg. Should have known.
Yeah, so we haven't added to the show since I made my comment about the 45 seconds of good content. We haven't added to that in the last 2 minutes. Anything else you'd like to add to anything?
I just want Boynton to get on Tinder. I think Kurt has the best path to getting him there. Bumble is for relationships. Hinge is for marriage. Plenty of Fish is for bets with your friends at 2 a.m. when you're drunk. And Tinder's the way to go.
If Hinge was for marriage, I would have been married like 12 times in the past month.
You're so cool.
Probably got AIDS. Ew. Oh boy.
So yeah, again, great work, the two of you. The show went basically exactly how I thought it would. So hopefully some people found some helpful content with some picks in some fashion. But other than that, this show was a fucking disaster. So great work all around. Kurt, thanks for joining. Holden, thanks for being you. With all that said, folks, I'll be back. I'll be back in 3 minutes talking NASCAR with two people who actually understand the sport.
Hey.
Other than that, I wish you all the best. Gamble responsibly. Stay safe. As always, run pure.